So here are the top 10 monsters to tame in Rune Factory 5. Hey everyone, it's Ashley, the other half of our Radiant Gaming, and today I'm going to be spitting out some ideas of the best monsters to tame and have in your barns in Rune Factory 5. Okay, so first, before we start, this list is in no way 10 the worst and 1 the best. I just have them listed in different categories because I really didn't find a good way to put them. So the ranks go like this. 10 and 9 is really for design, 8 is the fastest, 7 and 6 are for combat, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 are all for materials. Now, some of them do mix and match. So like number 6 is both combat and it can produce materials, so it's like a win-win. So just keep that in mind as you're going through this list. Really quick spoiler alert, 10, 9, and 8 are all bosses in Rune Factory 5. So if you do not want to see these bosses, or if you've not beaten the game yet, use the timestamps to go to number 7 and you will skip any spoilers of bosses in this game. So let's start with number 10. Number 10 is Cerberus. Honestly, I love Cerberus in any game. Cerberus was immediately on my list. I just love the design. It always reminds me of my childhood playing Final Fantasy VIII and getting the summon of Cerberus. Honestly, I hope you all love Cerberus's design just as much as I do. Number 9 is a Doomla. I hope you all love this boss as much as I do. It is honestly the coolest looking boss in the game. I know I said Cerberus is really cool, but a Doomla beats it, honestly. I don't know why. It's just such a cool looking boss, and its attacks are so cool. This boss was definitely the most fun to beat, and I could not have it on my list for the top 10 monsters to tame. Remember though, number 10 and 9 are on this list because I just thought the designs were cool and they would be cool to have in your barn. These are on the list for no other reason but design. So let's go on to number 8. Number 8 is the nine-tailed fox. You all know I love the nine-tailed fox. I have talked about it in multiple videos of mine, and it is just so easy to tame, and honestly, it's one of the best overall monsters in the game to tame. In my opinion, if I did have to make a list that was 10 being the worst, 1 being the best, the nine-tailed fox would honestly probably be my number 1. But I put it in number 8 because it is one of the fastest mounts in the game. Number 7 is Siren. So Siren is found in the northern part of Lake Umina near the frozen waterfall. She is one of the best monsters to tame for combat to have in your party because she can cause so many status effects, and honestly she just does so good in combat. Definitely a must-have monster for combat and not that hard to tame at all. Number 6 is a flower lion. Now I did mention earlier that number 6 was for combat and material producing. So the flower lion is really good in combat, has some really cool moves that can do a lot of damage, and it produces plant stems almost every day for you. So it's like a win-win. You're getting combat and you're getting materials. Honestly, don't let the design of this flower line scare you from not taming it. It is kind of weird looking, but it's worth the tame. Number 5 is the hunter wolf. So also, this one is combat and produces materials. The hunter wolf will drop wolf fangs, which are really good for crafting, and it can be a really good backup for your party. So honestly, you probably already have the nine-tailed fox, the siren, and the flower line. But if you want just something different, you can pop in the hunter wolf into your party and just swap them out. But honestly, the first 3 that I mentioned for combat are probably the better ones. So this one could be used just for material producing. So the next 4 on this list do only serve as material producing monsters. So keep that in mind. Honestly, in my opinion, the material producing monsters are the most important. That's kind of why I put them towards the end of the list. Number 4 would be Big Muck. So Big Mucks are really cute and they give you spores, which come in a lot of handy. Honestly, you will need a lot of spores in this game. They come in handy for tons of recipes. There are also a lot of chemistry recipes these can be used in, like Formade. So tame some Big Mucks as soon as possible and stock up. Number 3 is Buffamoos. Honestly, you all, we live in Tennessee. We are surrounded by cows. So how could this not be on the list? I think this one speaks for itself. I hope you all know what comes from Buffamoos. All it's good for is milk, but you can sell this or use it in recipes. And the higher its friendship gets, the better milk you can receive from it. Side tip, you can ride it, but I would use the nine-tailed fox instead. Number 2 can be 2 different ones. So number 2 is either Chuckadoodle or Cluckadoodles. This is your choice. Honestly, I choose Chuckadoodles most of the time, but honestly, just get both. And last, for number 1, honestly, I'd be surprised if you haven't guessed it yet because, let's be real, it's a woolly. These provide fur, and just like the Buffamoo, the better your friendship, the better the fur. And honestly, they're just so freaking cute. So why not have like a bunch of woolies running around your farm? You know, why not? So that is it for my top 10 list of monsters to tame in Rune Factory 5. Please let me know if you have a different opinion or if you have a different list of monsters that you want to tame in Rune Factory 5 and that you think are more important than these that I listed. I definitely want to know, as this was just my opinion and just different things that I found that I liked. So as always, hit that like button if you like the video and subscribe if you want to see more Rune Factory 5 videos. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day and God bless.